What's up, Doc? Welcome to the Docs Get Money podcast. Are you a badass doctor killing it professionally and has bigger dreams than just clocking in and out of the hospital? Do you want to leave behind a legacy that is as lit as an HBCU homecoming? Want to know how other doctors are getting to the big bag? That's right, making 5, 6, and 7 figures without putting on the white coat? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you're in the right place. I'm your host, Kimberly, but you can call me Kim or KB. I went from being a burnt out and overwhelmed emergency physician to the founder and CEO of 2 six-figure non-clinical companies and beating burnout along the way. I'm also your business coach, here to help you make money moves to change the world. This podcast isn't just about making money, though. It's about leveling up your life, mindset, and bank account so you can build an empire that's as iconic as Beyonce. You ready? Let's get into it. Hey, Doc. Burned out? Ready to just burn the whole hospital down? Well, let's start a fire. Okay, no, not in the hospital, but in your bank account. And from Side Hustler to CEO, my signature one-on-one business coaching program, you'll transform your burnout into a fire and start your own profitable coaching, consulting, or midterm rental business and make clinical cash in 90 days or less. That's right, 4 or 5 figures in 90 days or less. This is only for doctors who are done being overworked and undervalued and need a way out of the hospital now. With your fire offer, you're not just dreaming about escaping clinical practice, you're building your own emergency exit. In 90 days, you could be your own boss, making bank, and actually enjoying your life again. So are you ready to swap those singed scrubs for CEO status? Then hit me up at Dr. Kimberly B on Instagram with the word burn, and let's turn that burnout into the bag. Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to come on here and share something that happened to me. Y'all are getting me literally living my life today. Folding laundry, nesting, sitting on a pregnancy ball. But I wanted to talk to you guys about something that's been burning on my heart, actually. A conversation that I had with a physician friend of mine this weekend. So I thought it may be important to share. And I don't plan on being here long. Like y'all know, I don't talk too much on the Instagram lives, but I try to get just to the point. So we're going to multitask today. We're going to fold and I'm going to tell y'all what I want to tell you guys. So the topic today is I need y'all to start watching your mouth. And the reason why I'm saying that is because what you say out of your mouth is basically blocking you from having the business that you want, the life you want. It is stifling you. You are stifling you. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. And we'll go deeper into why I picked this topic, or I want to talk about this today. So last weekend was the weekend after my birthday. And so last weekend, I caught up with one of my new friends here in the Arkansas area. She is a surgeon and she is so fire. I love her. She's like, we clicked instantly when we met each other. The first time she met me, she said something to me that I really appreciated. But she's like, Kim, I really admire your entrepreneurial mindset. You know, I love the fact that you have a business. I love the fact that you coach other doctors. I think that's so cool. I would love to do that. But I'm just not an entrepreneur. That's not me. I'm like, okay. So during that conversation, as we were getting to know each other, she told me how she came to the area and the practice that she joined. She's basically joined another highly specialized surgeon, because I don't want to give away exactly, what she does, but she joined another highly specialized surgeon. And she's been in the area for about 5 or 6 years or so. And since she's been here, she has single-handedly grown the practice. Apparently, the challenge of
working with the partner, she told me about the challenge working with her partner is that he's got a really nasty attitude, and he's burned a lot of bridges at some of the local hospital systems here. So when she came in, people were welcome to her, but when she said that she was practicing with her partner, they had a lot of thoughts about, ooh, is she gonna be the same way as this guy? Because, like I said, he was a stereotypical surgeon, throwing things, yelling at patients, yelling at nurses, all of the negative things and all the negative stereotypes that people know or tropes that they assign to us as physicians, right? So when we met on Saturday, first of all, she took me to dinner for my birthday since we weren't able to hang out on my birthday. So it was really good to hang with her. And she comes in looking so glam and so fabulous. You would never know this woman is a surgeon. You would think that she's like a supermodel. The first time I met her, she literally looked like she came off of like Real Housewives of Johannesburg or Lagos or something like that. She's so beautiful. I love her. And she's got just an amazing energy and spirit. So we were just catching up because I haven't seen her since when we did breakfast a couple months ago. And I started asking her, how things were going with the practice. And she said things were the same. She had been working with a coach to kind of help her to manage this crazy partner that she has. And she's about up to here with it. Like, she loves living in this area now. She was hesitant in living in Arkansas, but she now loves it. And she feels like that she's getting a brick wall because she recently introduced someone else that potentially wants to join their practice. But because it's another woman of color, her partner, who is not of color and is a white man, is asking all of these questions and being really hesitant to her growing her practice, right? So I asked her, well, what do you want to do about it? I mean, she also said that she had a new contract coming up with one of the new hospital systems because they got a new robot for her to use, and she really wants to be involved in the new medical school that's coming around. Like, she's very, like I said, very truly much invested in here. So yeah, so that's really her, but she feels stuck because her partner was not receptive to another woman of color joining their practice, and she doesn't really know what she should do. And she knows that it's coming to the point where she needs to have a conversation with her partner about, the practice and growing it and the challenges that she's had occurring, including the fact that she's not felt supported in her current practice setting. So I'm saying all that to say, I just asked her straight up, if this woman, a woman of color, by the way, is willing to move to Arkansas to work with you as the same highly specialized surgeon that you are and really expanding your practice, and your partner, as it is not, supportive of that, why don't you just leave the practice? And she's like, well, I mean, I would, but I'm just not an entrepreneur. And I said, well, what do you mean? And she's like, well, I just the business stuff and I don't know what to do and all of these things. And so I'm listening to her say a multitude of reasons why she thinks that she's not an entrepreneur, right? And from my time knowing her, here's what I do know. She has, in the last 5 or 6 years, brought new partnerships, meaning new hospital systems, to their practice. She has been the only one out of herself and her other partner to present other surgeons to join their practice so that they can really hopefully monopolize the area and to take care of patients in a really powerful way. She's also, out of her partner and her, the only one that is trained in these robots to actually do minimally invasive surgery, which medicine is pushing towards, which surgery in general is pushing towards. But she has brought hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into their practice single-handedly just with her. So, like I said, I listened to her. I listened to her talk. I'm like, okay, girl. But none of that is true. You have expertise in growing a business. No, you didn't start the business, but you know how to grow one, right? Like you're the one that's bringing patients in the door. You're the one that is bringing new partnerships. As a matter of fact, she started this week at a new hospital system that her partner previously rounded at, but they cut off his cut off working with him because he had just way too many patient complaints. But she single-handedly was in there was able to talk to the CEO of this hospital system and obtain a contract for her to operate on patients in this system. So basically, bringing a whole new, returning another source of revenue into their practice. So I said to her, and then on top of that, she's the one that's bringing in fresh blood, someone that's going to be fresh out of fellowship in a couple of months, right? Eager and wanting to work in this area, what is willing to move to Arkansas to serve the patient population here. She is the one that is single-handedly doing that. Is, like I said, making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for her practice. But she says that she's not an entrepreneur. I said to her, everything that you've already done for your practice is all of the skills that you would need to do if you went on your own. Now, I do understand, like, logistically and legally, we probably need to look at your contract and look at, talk to the group, because she's kind of like in a strange structure. I'm going to say strange because it's strange to me. I'm just an independent contractor, so I'm the boss of me in all those different types of ways. Yes, I contract with other groups, but I told her, like, if you decided to go independent, as long as you don't have like a non-compete clause or anything like that, what is stopping you from taking all of your skills and just moving it a couple doors down and you starting your own practice so that you can work with this woman who you're super excited to work with and who's super excited to come here to Arkansas and still have a successful practice. She's already built a brand of being the top surgeon in her specialty in this region. Patients love her. The hospitals love her. The nurses love her. Why not be financially rewarded for that? And so she had to just sit back and think, like, damn, Kim, I didn't really think about it like that. And I'm like, of course, because the first thing out of your mouth was, I'm not an entrepreneur. And she's like, you're right. And it's so funny. My coach asked me the same question. I'm like, I'm not even your coach, girl. I am a business coach, but I'm not your coach. But these are some of the same questions that I'm asking you, right? So I'm not sure what she's going to do with the conversation. I don't have a happy ending to tell you or anything just yet, because like I said, she just did start in this hospital system. And she needs time. She's got a family and she's a surgeon. She's got to operate and do all of those things. But the point of the live today is to say this. She was damn near cutting off her own blessing because she was still stuck on the fact that I'm not an entrepreneur. No, she may not be starting a business outside of medicine, but she could be starting her own practice and getting rid of the bullshit from a partner that has been uncooperative and causing her a ton of stress from day one, right? He's honestly just a shit person. That's what I told her. I'm like, oh, this MFer is just a shit person. Sometimes doctors are like that. Sometimes people are just like that. But your mindset and the thought that you can continue to create for yourself is that I'm not an entrepreneur. I can't do it. This is not for me. I wish I was like other people. When she's not recognizing her own skills, what she has already done, the evidence that she already has in front of her, that she is an entrepreneur. She's an entrepreneur right now, but she has all of the skills necessary to grow a successful business because she's done that so far. This guy, if he had stayed solo, if she hadn't come along, I don't think that he would be in practice here. She has single handedly saved the practice. Okay. So, as doctors, we need to watch our mouths. Watch your mouth. Watch what you're saying about yourself. Listen to the limitations that you are putting on yourself because that is blocking your bag. I hope that my friend, with all of my heart, I do hope that she fully explores the opportunity to not just have a conversation with her partner, but also to explore the opportunity to start in her own practice. I think that would be so powerful in this area where we would have two physicians of color, women physicians of color in a highly specialized surgical field doing amazing work. But in case she doesn't, the one thing that I hope that she does the most is stop saying what she's not and start saying what you are. Like, she is an entrepreneur. She does know how to make money. She does know how to grow a business. 6-7 figures worth of a business as well too. So the biggest thing that I've been seeing lately, not just with my physician friends, but also with some of my clients, is that we just start limiting ourselves. We keep pushing, saying what we can't do, what we're not capable of, where we're falling short. We continue to echo what our hospital systems, what these administrators say, what these press gaining scores say about us, instead of looking at ourselves objectively and choosing to talk to ourselves with respect, with honor, with a different lens, like just trying on for size. Like, what if I am an entrepreneur, right? What does that hurt just to actually believe that? It doesn't. It actually keeps us so small when we choose to repeat negative things over ourselves, right? I'm trying to remember the Bible scripture, y'all. I'm halfway backslidden because I can't remember the scripture. But here it is. The Bible even says, if you're a Christian, that life and death is in the power of your tongue. So, well, one thing, patient wise, I do believe in being very careful about what I say over patients, to other people. But I also am extraordinarily cautious about what I say over myself and what I choose to speak out loud about myself. Yes, are there times where I feel like things aren't working, I'm messing up, all of those things? Yes, but I am very, very careful and I'm very intentional about monitoring my thoughts and my words over myself because I know that, again, life and death is in the power of my tongue. So if I want to create something, I need to speak it into existence, right? That's what helps me to, once I hear it, then I believe it, and then I can act it, and then I can repeat it again myself. Like it's like washing over me. That's how I've created, honestly, everything. That's how I was able to start my midterm rental business. Because if I choose to continue to tell myself, I don't know anything about real estate, I'm a failure, I shouldn't be investing anything, I don't know anything about business, I'm not a good businesswoman. These are all things that I have previously said out loud to myself about myself. And if I continue to say that, I wouldn't have started Sherwood Properties. I wouldn't have grown it to 6 figures in a year. I wouldn't have started my business coaching, and I wouldn't have grown that to 6 figures either. My clients, who I absolutely adore and love, who are getting amazing results, I wouldn't have any of them. because it all starts inside of me, and more specifically, it starts with my mind and it starts with my mouth. So I'm saying all that to say, y'all, please watch your mouth. This is more than just about business, but it's about business at the same time. This is about anything that you want to create in your life. Like, if you want to buy a new house, if you want to have a family, if you want to move out of the country, you have to start speaking those things as though they were, and not speaking negativity over yourself, because that's going to cut you off before you even get started. It's going to, whatever you say is going to happen. So you might as well spend the time saying the things to yourself about yourself that you want to be true. So you have to watch your mouth. You have to watch the words that you say. And so, in order to watch your mouth, you really need to watch your thoughts as well. What are the things that you're thinking about yourself? What are the things that you continuously repeating? What is your self talk like? Because anybody out here that you see is successful, guaranteed, they have been working on their self talk, especially as entrepreneurs, because we're our own bosses. That means that we are our managers, we are the HR department, we are all of these things. And so sometimes managing us can be the hardest challenge. But the best way to manage yourself is, like I said, is being mindful of how you speak to yourself. Don't think that if you miss your goal, that you're a bad person, that you're, not cut out for this. It's easy to think that at first, but be careful of what you say out of your mouth, because, like I said, that's manifesting it into the atmosphere. Failure is normal along the path. Failure is a step on the road to success. Like, it's guaranteed to happen. But when you continue to reiterate yourself that you are a failure, not I have made a mistake, or I have failed on this portion, or this didn't turn out the way that I thought it was going to turn out, let me pivot. When you continue to speak over yourself that you are terrible, that you're bad, that you're this, that you're that, that's going to keep you in the lower rung of manifestation. You're not going to manifest anything like that. Or you're going to manifest what you say. So you will manifest no business. You're going to constant failures, things like that. Everything that you want in life comes from your mind and your heart and your mouth. So I'm saying all that to say, like I said, I can't stress this enough. Please watch your mouth. If 2025 is going to be your year where you start making income non-clinically, if 2025 is the year that you are planning on finding your love, your true love, if 2025 is the year where you're going to lose 10 pounds, whatever your goal is, start by speaking that over yourself in a positive way. And I even do it where I will look in the mirror and do some mirror work and say my goals to myself in the mirror. No, I am an entrepreneur. I can do this. I am a successful businesswoman. I'm a successful doctor. And then I point to evidence in my life that shows that that's true. The fact that like I said, have been able to keep going in business enough to understand midterm rentals and actually get a whole business off the ground and earn 6 figures in a year. That I have had enough experience and failures in business that I'm now able to coach other doctors to make money without having to walk into the hospital. All of those things became because I decided to start believing and saying different things about my mouth, but out of my mouth. So it is a choice for us to be successful or not. And that choice, again, like I said, starts with us. But if you want to achieve your goal, if you want to achieve your goal this year, it really comes from, what are you really saying to yourself? What are you saying to yourself about the goal? Do you believe that you can do it? Are you, quote, faking it till you make it by speaking to yourself that I can do this, I am going to do this, I have that, and then finding the evidence in your life that that's true? This is like the mental work that no one talks about, right? Like, this is how you're actually successful. This is the secret sauce that seems gimmicky, but it's not. It's like the work, the actual work as well. One thing I've learned about entrepreneurship um, in these last several years, especially as becoming a business coach, is that this game is 80% mental and 20% action. So, as a coach, yes, I teach people the actions, but I also teach you like the mindset to be successful, to deprogram yourself from all the bullshit that medicine has taught us, like, especially if we are doctors of color, in order for us to start and grow 6-figure and above businesses as well too. So I hope this resonates with you. The title of this live is Doctors Watch Your Mouth. But I just was really thinking about that conversation that I had with my friend, and I hope, like I said, that she takes advantage of it. But more specifically, I want you to take advantage of this. I want you to examine your thoughts, and this is your homework for today, y'all. Free homework, free coaching. Um, I want you to examine your thoughts about what you want. If you're following me, maybe we're friends, maybe you're thinking about starting a business. You're probably working full time in your clinical job, right? But watch what you are saying to yourself about your goal. And if it is negative, you need to change it ASAP. And just play a game. See what happens if I'm consistently telling myself that it's more than I can do this, but I'm successful. I have it off the ground. I have all the resources that I need. I'm everything. I have everything at my disposal that I can to achieve my goal. I just am curious to see if you are consistent with your thoughts and what you say to yourself, what type of results that you're going to get. Try me out on it. Like I said, yeah, Dr. Bruce said, coaching clean Tuesdays. Yes, I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. I've been um holding onto this laundry that's been clean and just needed to be folded, but I also wanted to go on live. So I was like, well, Lord, we're gonna do both today. We're gonna go on live and we're gonna coaching, we're gonna clean. So I hope you enjoyed that. Um, if you do not know me, I guess I should introduce myself now. My name is Dr. Kimberly Brown. I'm an emergency physician by training, and I'm also a business and sales coach. I help doctors start coaching, consulting, and midterm rental businesses and make 4 or 5 figures in 90 days or less. And more specifically, how we do that is first by watching our mouths. I help my doctors, my clients, really examine how they're speaking about themselves, how they're speaking about their goals, and changing that in order for them to be successful. So, if I can be of service to you, please reach out to me in the DMs. I'd love to talk to you. I'm nesting as well right now, too, getting ready for my baby, which, if you go on my page, you'll see me big, fat, and pregnant standing on the hill in Barbados. Um, but my passion is helping us as physicians free our minds, free our wallets from being chained to the sick system that we are a part of. I love patient care just as much as anybody, but I know that the system that we work in is toxic. I know that so many of us, especially after the pandemic, are burnt out and we want other options to make money other than just doing our clinical work. And coaching and consulting and midterm rentals is really what I have found to be the most powerful. And I've created 2 successful 6-figure businesses from doing that myself. And so I love helping other physicians get free from having to work clinically and make it more optional so they can do it more flexibly. So like I said, if I can be of any help to you, slide in my DMs. I'm happy to have you. And without further ado, I'm going to let you guys go. But maybe I'll have another Coaching Clean Tuesday. Maybe I have another Coaching Clean day. I've got more things I want to talk about on live. So I might pop back in here later on this week or so. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for indulging me while I'm folding my laundry. I got another call that I got to jump on shortly. So without further ado, have a really good day. But more importantly, watch your mouth. See y'all soon.
Thank you for listening to the Docs Get Money podcast. New episodes drop every Thursday wherever you find your favorite podcast. Share, comment, follow, and subscribe to the Docs Get Money podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And if you want to know more, visit me, Dr. Kimberly Brown, at KimberlyBrownMD.com, and be sure to follow me at Dr. Kimberly B on Instagram. And until next time, let's go get this money, honey.